today we are going to talk about adding and subtracting decimals. We have 4 steps here. We are going to drop the decimal point straight down. We're going to align our decimals by place value. Then we will add zeros as needed. This is also called, instead of add, annex. So if you see that word or you hear that word, that's what we are doing. And then we are going to add or subtract from right to left, so opposite direction of how you read. So our example would be something like 14 and 12 hundredths plus 3.2. So when we align these, we are going to make sure that our decimals match up. 14.12 plus 3.2. And then annexing any zeros would be placing the zeros as placeholders. Let's get more into that with our first example. So example 1 says that we are going to add 6.95 minus 3.342. So let's place 6.95 and then subtract 3.342. I'm sorry, we're adding. Make that an addition sign. Annex zeros. And then we add from right to left. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Carry your 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. And then we bring our decimal straight down. Like to rewrite our answer as 10.292 and boxing. If you have any questions, I would like you to make a box on your paper, and this is where you will write your questions so that you can make sure you ask tomorrow in class. Number 2, we have 5.9478. And then we have to line up our decimals, so 2.38. Annexing zeros means adding zeros for your placeholders. And then we we add like normal from right to left. 8 plus 0 is 8. 7 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 4 is 12, carrying your 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Our decimal goes there. And then 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Rewriting your problem or your final answer, giving you 8.3278. Boxing your answer. We also have our subtraction problem. So subtraction problem, the rules are going to be the same. You need to line your decimals up. So when we write this, we have 11.48, and we are subtracting, lining our decimals up, 8.05. Annexing a 0. And then we subtract like normal. So 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 0 is 4. Bring your decimal down. We have to borrow right here because we can't take 8 from 1. So 11 minus 8 is 3. Oh, I already put my 0 there. My decimal. Okay, so then we're going to rewrite our answer. 3.43. Boxing. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you write them in your slot for questions. And we will get them answered tomorrow in class. Number 4, When subtracting, I like to place the bigger value on top. So this should have been, this is a mistake on how I wrote this, 18.709 minus 7.52. So let's ignore this problem and scratch it out. We will know how to do that when we get to integers, but for now, we're going to keep it like this. So please make that correction on my part. 18.709 minus 7.52. Annex your zeros. Go ahead and subtract that and press play whenever you are finished to check your answer. Okay, you should have gotten 11.189 for your answer. Moving on to this problem, we have P equals the sum. Remember, sum, we are adding all the sides of a rectangle. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. So rectangles are sides match and our top and bottom match in numbers. So then that would be 4.27, 4.27, 8.9 plus 8.9. Annexing your zeros. Go ahead and add that and press play when you have finished to check your answer. Okay, so you should have gotten 26.34 feet. Make sure that if it is a word problem that you do have a word in your answer. And the last problem of the day, Bobby earned $24.35 mowing lawns. He spent $7.72 on gasoline. And how much money does he have left over? Left over is telling us that we are going to subtract. So if he made $24.35, but he spent, that means we're taking away $7.72. Notice that I lined up my decimals, and so I have this space right here. So if we subtract 5 minus 2 is 3, I have to borrow right here, making that 13 minus 7, which is 6. Bring your decimal down. I have to borrow again, making that a 13 and that a 1. And then 13 minus 3 is 6 again, and then 1 is 16. So I have $16.63. If you have any questions, please make sure to write them down so that we can get them answered tomorrow.